Good afternoon. Welcome to the first segment of the Fortune China Innovation Awards contest. We'll be showcasing the best of China's tech startups for a variety of sectors. We started by seeking out nomination from highly qualified sources, the top venture capitalists and other experts who track emerging companies. Fortune editors conducted several rounds of careful selections, which yielded extraordinary group of 9 finalists. Over the next 2 days, they will present and pitch their companies live here on the stage. Now we'll explain the contest procedures. We have 3 segments. In each segment, there are 3 contestants. Each contestant will have 4 minutes for presentation, followed by comments and questions by the judges. At the end of each category, we like to have both the judges and audience to vote using the handheld devices that are in front of you. The names of the winners will all be revealed tomorrow in our closing session. Now our competition segment 1 formally starts. Please welcome our first judges. Wilson Liu, Dennis Song from Lenovo, Tong Hongmei, Madame Tong Hongmei. Welcome, please take seats. Now we'll meet the 3 finalists in the competition. First one, to welcome Robert Jiang Yu, COO. Dear guests, good afternoon. First of all, I'd like to thank for this opportunity. The project is Robert Aerial Robot. Our vision is to enable the market be free of dangerous work. Our company was established 2015, originally from Tsinghua University Research Institute. We're the first company doing this special aerial operation robots. We are applying our technology in shipping and other chemical industry. So the core founding team are the CEO from Tsinghua University, who have worked in this field for many years, but also we have COO and other people. We have also a consultant team. Professor Wang Liping is the director of Research Institute of Tsinghua University Mechanical Department. This is the awards we have obtained from the state and from the provinces. The application scenario, including hydro, wind farm, chemical, solar power, shipping, ports, railway, tunnels, bridges. There are quite 26 industries which involve dangerous operation. So those are the 12 commonly seen dangerous industries. Right now, in those scenarios, basically the existing traditional is Spider-Man, the lifting basket, and scaffold. The common points are the dangerous because working in the high latitude. By using robots, we solve the problem of risky operation, improve the quality, but also lowering the cost. Those are some of our products. Different, you can see for yourself. The main purpose function is the polishing and the descaling, something like that. Those are the mature products. MWXR01 is like a rust removal robots, spraying robots, and tank polishing robots. So those are our technology advantages. So our products have some unique functions and characteristics. We use modular drive units, super magnetic materials. Also, we have introduced a huge amount of AI-related technology advantages and new technologies, including AI, and also modeling technology, and optimal road tracking. In February 2016, we started our first product. Right now, we have completed 4 rounds of financing and investment. Now we're going to introduce the following application. Those are our main partners. These are some of our specific products in the shipping industry, rust removal, etc., etc. This is also the chemical tank cooling and inspection. This is for the hydro furnace or boiler water cooling wall inspection robots. Finally, I'd like to say we have selected a heavy duty to free the industry of the dangerous work. We will do our best to make our products even better. Thank you very much. Now, the comments from the judges. Thank you. In the aerial operation and special field, the future robot will replace human being. This is an inevitable trend, especially in some of the fields. We can start as early as possible. You have the first mover advantage, but also will be helpful for us to come up with some unique solutions. And we can constantly solve the problems existing. I believe by practical experience, experiment, you really can solve some of the problem. Many companies cannot do this. The question I have is that for your company, right now, in addition to working on special fields to realize the high-risky operation, based on some of the civilian industry, do you have anything, you have done something yet, but also in your mind, company vis-a-vis other competitors in this industry, what are the technical barriers? In which area? What kind of competitive advantage do you have? Now, Mr. Song, please, any comments? I'm curious about, right now, this aerial operation, high latitude shipping operation, rust removal. What is the scale of the market right now? Right now, the market overseas and in China. What is the competition? What kind of competitor do you have? What is your competitive advantage? So now you have already quite a few questions. In this industry, most of that is individualized, very difficult to standardize. How did you manage to realize the standardization? You mentioned 6 standards products. What is the quantity of your products? Because application scenarios vary from one industry to another. So how do you see these future applications? It's not easy for you to develop to what you are today. Tsinghua University is the leading institute. So what are your main challenges you are facing right now? So now there are so many questions. Please try to be concise. First of all, we did some of the experiment on the ground before we climbed to the high walls. So we completed all the ground related. So because the initial cost of if you climb the wall the cost will be very high. We have all the robots for cleaning windows, sweeping the floor. We already have that. Ours is a small company. We cannot compete with the super big giants. So this is why we selected the aerial operation, highly risky areas to work first. What is your second question? The barriers and competition advantages. For us, in industrialization, our understanding about the scenario is we have accumulated a lot of experience. Something working in the lab cannot do that. On the other hand, we rely on Tsinghua University, which started working in this industry 30 years ago, accumulating a lot of experiences. Technical accumulation is huge. AI technology and other technologies. Right now, so we are the only company in some of the specific fields.
So those advanced research could be included into our team, and our team is also well structured. Our team leader was born in 1990s, and he is very entrepreneurial. And for key members, we are at our 20s and 30s, so we have rich experience in project execution, which is very important for a startup company. And another question is about our competitors and where is the ceiling in the market. At the beginning, because I joined our company just 2 years ago, so has been inspired by the vision of this company. At the beginning, I also am concerned about the market size, but now I come to realize that the market is very large. As far as we know, there are more than 240 scenarios, and in each scenario, they need about 10,000 robots. So the market is very large. For international competition, first, there are about three major regions about United States for the Mediterranean region, as well as for the East Asia. A German company is dominating the Mediterranean region. They are market leaders, which started very early, but it is also a kind of historical package. There is a US company and a Canadian company also launched around 2014 and 15. But for market size, we believe that we can be as large as these two companies combined, because currently their size is about 10 million yuan, 10 million US dollars. So I hope that I have answered your questions, and I'd like to thank for your targeted questions, because these questions actually are related to the biggest challenges facing our company in the past 2 years. I also wish to highlight that for all the key members of our team, we have a kind of modular thinking. At the beginning, we try to base our products on modules. Take our belt, for example. We have integrated belt so that we can strike a balance between tailor-made products as well as larger scale production. These will also help us control risks. At the same time, we are also deeply integrating with our clients in order to have insights into different scenarios. In order to resolve various challenges, we have been working together with a leading company in China on this issue. Thank you. So thank you. Thank you very much for your answers. The second contestant is Mr. Luo Min, CTO of Guangzhou Bio-Gene. Dear judges and guests, ladies and gentlemen, please first take a look at a video of our company. Guangzhou Bio-Gene is based on the science city of Guangzhou. It is a company engaged in the biotechnology business. It has a production and R&D base covering more than 1,000 square meters. It has its own workshop and a quality control center. We strictly follow the GMP standards in building 2 large packaging workshops compliant with standards. We also have quality labs as well as our own system. We targeted at leukemia, and we introduced various technologies to provide various technical services for patients. We also promote the commercialization of our products. Bio-Gene has entered into agreements with a number of hospitals. We have established multi-center treatment platforms. BGT-17 has been applied with encouraging outcomes in clinical trial. Bio-Gene is leading the biological industry in China in the service of humanity. So our company is focused on a new type of CAR T cell research product. They are a kind of leading product in the world. 2 products in the world have been approved and with treatment rate of over 80%. Our first product, BGT19, has conducted a clinical trial. This is the first case of acute leukemia. So 4 years after this case, the syndrome has been mitigated. Due to the safety and the effectiveness of our products, we have applied for IND application with CDE. In addition, we have also other products for international competition. CAR T has been applied successfully in blood tumor. Our products have covered most blood tumors like acute lymphoblastic leukemia, myeloid leukemia, and multiple myeloma. And we also developed new targeted therapies and improve our existing products. For example, for the lung cancer, we have our own platform to increase the effectiveness of the CAR T cell in areas around the tumor. 60% of our staff have master degree and above, and many of our executives once worked in famous pharmaceutical companies. And we have applied and got more than 10 patents. And we have entered into cooperative relations with a dozen of leading hospitals in China. And our major investor is Hedi Group, which has invested more than 20 tumor hospitals. So we have first-rate team, and we have applied for R&D for our first product, and we also have in-depth cooperation with our shareholders. So we would like to save more life and create more miracles. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Luo Min, for your introduction. Now our judges have some questions for you, and one question, one answer, please. My question for you is that CAR T has become a kind of a major and a new solution for this kind of disease facing humanity. So I'm very optimistic about its application. So one thing I want to know from you is that compare with similar products overseas, so is there any gap between Chinese products, your product, with international products? How large is the gap? And this gap is a theoretical gap or in clinical trial. As far as I know, CTL 109 has been on the market. So my question for you is that in order to catch up with your international competitors, how long it will take? Thank you for your question. In the pharmaceutical industry, it is said that one promising area that China can catch up with the United States is CAR T. The U.S. has 2 products, and from the end of 2017, China began to allow the registration of CAR T as a kind of medicine. I believe technologically, the gap between China and the United States is not large, and many Chinese companies have their own proprietary knowledge and technologies. So we are on the same starting line, and we are all about to make a breakthrough. We believe that it will take only a little bit more time for us to make a breakthrough. So I do not think the gap is large. Thank you. Mr. Song, I have 2 questions for you. The first one is about the bio-research. This research field is very risky. It takes a lot of time, and few investors can go along with you from the beginning to the end. The clinical trial and the commercialization. So you have chosen this field, And do you think you are risk resilient? And my second question is, biotechnology sector also means that you should have good accumulation of technologies and expertise. How could you convince investors, potential investors, of your capabilities? Thank you very much for your good questions. For your first question, this business is risky. I agree with you. There is no shortcut in the biological sector. You have to accumulate a lot of things. So that is a feature of this industry, but this is not an excuse preventing us from making forays into this field. Indeed, we human beings need this kind of product. For your second question, how to convince our potential investors? I believe just now I mentioned that technologically we are on the leading front of this technology. In China, there are many favorable conditions in China. For example, we have a lot of clinical trial resources. Many Chinese doctors are very experienced. So all this will be very helpful to us. So for this kind of new product, there may be some downside or negative side effect. So the veteran Chinese doctors can help us with this. Another thing is that for government or for equity investors, they are all very supportive of this industry. This will help us to push our endeavor forward to the benefit of our patients. Thank you. Madam Tong, two products got a market in 2017, and it has become the most popular topic for investment in the following year. Now it has been cooled down a little bit. Now, a practical question for you is that this project actually is incubated with a Hongmei group, and you are still in the early stage of clinical trial. You said that China and the United States are on the same starting line, and they are in phase 1, and you are very early ahead of this. And you need to go through phase 1 and phase 2. So for financing issue, that is a challenge. So even after phase 3, you know that there may be some price competition between you and your competitors. Then how to recover your investment? Thank you very much for your good questions. I wish to clarify that our two countries are basically on the starting line. Not our company is on the same starting line with our US counterparts. I agree with you that we are still in the pre-stage of clinical trial, and that there will be many risks. So my question my answer is that we would like to formulate more original products for international competition. In the early stage, our shareholder Hongmei Group would like to support us, but in the future, we will also actively finance funds in the capital markets in order to distribute risks. Thank you. When it comes to pricing, I wish to say that these products are quite expensive in the United States. So we have a mission that we want to cut the price of this product so that the Chinese patients can also afford. We have taken various approaches to control the prices. Thank you. Next is Mr. Sun Jiguang, founder and CEO of MasterGo Tech. Please watch a video, please. So open this app, you can see the gold prices you can also, the gold product will be delivered by express to your doorstep. And the Shanghai Gold Storage, the Shanghai Gold Exchange has also designated our partner facility. So we would like to resolve the existing issues in the gold industry. Gold has been regarded as the most loyal assets of humanity. China is already the globally largest gold producer, consumer, and importer. So we have established a startup company for the sale and for the storage and for the distribution of gold. Gold industry is very ancient and traditional with many challenges in pricing, detecting, convertibility, and storage. So there are many challenges. The network penetration rate is less than 2%. So as you have seen that in the past, it was quite difficult to purchase and convert gold. Now, it would just take 5 seconds for you to purchase the gold, and it can be converted back into cash within the 24 hours. So there are quite a few opportunities, and it's very efficient. Behind the lease cap, you can see a lot of technological applications. We have all the technologies of the era, artificial intelligence to recognize user and gold commodity. Second, big data. And if you take a photo of a product, then you can see whether you can check whether the product is real gold or not. This technology is based on big data, and you know that in addition to big data, we also have a blockchain. It will be on the chain, on the whole chain, and we also have insurance technology. For example, this kind of data is available only to our company because our company is owner of such data. We have found the distribution of gold. Guangdong province, this province, is the largest owner of gold in China. At the same time, we have also improved the market environment. Usually, you can change hands of gold only by 2 to 10 times. Now, and we have increased the frequency of changing hands by 100 times. So this will improve the experience of our customers. 2 months into this launching, Ping An Bank established a partnership with us, followed by other internet companies as well as other companies. In addition to China, India, and some other countries will also become our future markets. The purpose is that the gold will be flowing smoothly without any restriction. And we now will have some jewelry products, accessory products in the near future. So gold held by people with beautiful life. That is our mission statement. So judges, the floor is open for you to raise questions. I have 2 questions. The first question is that have you so the business, what is the ceiling of your business? How large will be the future market for your business? And the second question is, and in this process, you have adopted AI technologies, facial recognition, as well as object recognition. So for the technological adoption, do such technologies really replace human labor, and how much can be saved by such technologies for your company, and to what extent? That is my question.
Thank you. We have a huge market for gold, more than 170,000, so 4 trillion. And the annual consumption in China is 500 million. So 30 trillion transaction volume. This is the spot market. Additionally, all the participants, you definitely have the reservations at home for the gold. Secondly, for our team, the reason we adopt such cutting-edge technology, because last year our transaction value exceeding 10 billion, and recycled value this year more than 1 billion. And we've seen the surging price of the gold price because of the uncertainties between EU, US, and China trade. So for the technology, we wanted technology can replace hold labors, but so we have 30 plus R&D people. Only myself is engaged in the marketing work, and also for the technology application, 30% like a blockchain and recognition of commodities and the detection and the testing technologies. They are our indigenous technology, self-developed, and facial recognition. So we are not starting from scratch. Mr. Song, please comment. I'm very interested in your project because in essence, this is a crazy idea. But what I care more is how did you come up with such an idea for the gold life cycle business? And this is a kind of trade or transaction platform. This is my first question. What's the story behind this? Secondly, when you build up this transaction platform, because you are trying to attract those gold from the private individual household, you were talking about trillions and billions, and nothing to do with you because those are the governmental golds. So if you are trying to attract private gold, how do you build up your credibility? Because general public, the general society, they would go to the bank and go to the shop to purchase gold. How can you pitch your platform and attract the general public to come to you to purchase and to do the transactions? How do you persuade people to do the second-hand market? You didn't give me the answer. Thank you for your host of questions. It's not easy to answer in a succinct way. We have a team, and originally we wanted to invite Zhang Yingying, a pretty lady, and she used to work in the Silver River transaction platform for more than 1 decade. I used to work in the media, so we were not starting from scratch. We had the deep knowledge with regard to gold, and the global context currently is uncertainties, and especially the currency uncertainties is a very solid foundation for the gold. I forgot your second question, sorry. Business model. My second question is business model. How could you guarantee the general public go to your platform, and also instead of going to the shops, going to the bank, going to the pawns, tradition channels? How do you overcome this? For the conventional channels, they are our customers, clients, because what we are providing is providing services to the whole industry, and for the pawns, is one of our largest contractor. Our business is C2F. We just removed the service segment. In the past, is factory to small B to bigger B to C, but now we do not have any services. So if you open our app, all the pawns, all the shops, all the banks, can use our platform. One final judge. Thank you for your answer. Because we don't have much time left, I don't want to ask any business-related question. You were talking about 10 billion and 1 billion transaction. Do you need a permit or license? Yes, we need a gold license because the review process is very strict is Shanghai Gold Exchange give the approval. We already established our company for 4 years, so we got the license. And our shareholder, including CITIC, is SOE, and Shanghai Exchange member states. You didn't get the license? No, we got the license. As I explained, you have 30 seconds. Credibility, two-step. The first step, we use current platform. If you open a bank app, under the bank app, you can see our working together with the bank. And in the future, we would use JD and other online platform to do our direct business, two-step business. Thank you very much.